Hello YouTube. So this is my long promised video on medication, side effects, and also why I'm going to stop self-medicating. I apologize how I look. I've just got home from work, so sorry that you have to put up with me looking like this. So for those of you who've been watching my channel, I've been self-medicating for about 10 months now almost. It's getting on towards 10 months on a very low dosage. The thing is that if you're going to self-medicate, there's not really much people can tell you that will persuade you not to. So I'm not gonna say in this video at all, do not self-medicate, because I'd be a bit of a hypocrite if I said that. But I'm just going to give you some information, and so that you can make your own decision. I will not be putting where to buy the medication. However, quite simply doing a Google search, MTF or FTM, HRT medication, you can find it very easily. I think over the space of 1 hour, I found the dosages I should be using, multiple places to buy it from, different prices and all sorts of things. It is not difficult to get your hands on it, which is a little bit scary, considering it is very powerful prescriptive medication. I mean, for its effects, it's a very powerful medication, and it's used in practice as hospitals for other things as well. So first things first, what I've been on is spironolactone. That's probably pronounced very wrong. That is the blocker. It's the generic testosterone blocker or general hormone blocker. My estrogen is Estrophem or Estradiol. Again, probably pronounced wrong. These are both very commonly used and prescribed by endos. And again, very easy to get your hands on through a doctor or through self-medicating. They are widely accepted as the main way of doing it. I went down the pill route rather than patches, just because I know that if I'm putting a pill into my body, then I just feel it's working better because I'm putting it into my body rather than a patch. It sounds weird, I know. I didn't want to go down the injection route. I was partially trained as a nurse. I can give injections, but the idea of self-injecting, particularly it's intramuscular, which means you'll be injecting your butt or your leg. It's difficult to do, even with the correct training. I would not recommend that personally. As far as the side effects go, the blockers have more of the physical side effects, I guess. You have to consume or take in a huge amount of water, even on a low dosage. I'm on one of the lowest recommended dosages, which is 100 milligrams a day. If I don't go through at least a gallon to a gallon and a half of water a day, I will become very, very ill. It's no joke, violently being sick, type ill, enormous headaches, just generally feeling terrible. Now part of this is because I'm self-medicating. That's the problem. I'm probably not getting the right amount of the pill into my body. I know my dosages are definitely way off what they should be, but as I can't do a blood test, I can't figure out what I need to change. So one of the problems with spironolactone and self-medicating is you will most likely have frequent headaches, minor nausea. The pills have been known to trigger minor depression. It's meant to be temporary for when it's just getting rid of all the testosterone in your body. I've probably had that for a couple of weeks, just constantly feeling low. And maybe about once a month at the moment, I feel that I just go straight down low for no reason whatsoever. And it's the pills. But those are what get rid of the testosterone. They are what lower your libido, and they prep your body for taking in the estrogen. On the estrogen side, the side effects are a little more mental, I think, apart from the obvious of growth in the chest and fattening of the face. Oh, and softness of skin. I'm not kidding. This is like becoming baby soft now, which feels really good. Really, really good. And the bulk of their effects, however, are emotion. They will give you ups and downs like crazy. There could be mood swings at first where your body's adjusting. Again, because I'm not on the right dosage, my mood swings are all over the place. How my partner puts up with me, I have no idea. They are what make you very, very emotional. Like crying at things you never used to cry. I was quite near emotionless as a male. Well, when I was still in boy mode. Now, anything on TV, anything in a film, or even a book, will just set me off. And that's the estrogen playing around in my head. Now, that does stabilize, but it takes time. So, the reasons why I'm personally stopping self-medicating after so long is a few different reasons. One of them, the biggest one, of course, is that it's not safe. Like I said, my dosage is way off. There's no way for me to correct it without a huge amount of trial and error, which is dangerous for the body. A few times I've strained my liver heavily, really heavily, and found myself being sick at work, having to go home early. I got that under control by dropping my dosages back down, but at the moment, despite being on the lowest dosage that you really should be for a consistent transition, I'm still experiencing morning nausea. I just jokingly call it my morning sickness every single day. It's actually rare for me not to have that as a side effect. So yeah, there's that. I would very much like the pills to work and not give me all those extra side effects that I don't want to have to deal with. The availability and the cost of them is a lot more than I would have expected, I guess. I mean, the amount I pay per pill is less than what a lot of my friends are paying once you have health insurance. Now, that's one of the bulk reasons why I have been self-medicating, is because up until recently I haven't been able to get my health insurance sorted, which starts next month, and I can go and see a doctor and get those wheels in motion. But until then, the sheer cost of buying them without insurance would be ridiculous. And of course, you can't get them easily without prescription, without going down the self-med route. Also, I was a little impatient. I won't joke, I knew that it would take this long for me to get health insurance and to have that going. I know that once I start seeing a doctor and a therapist, it's going to take some time, and I was not a patient person. I never will be. And I'll admit that I'll probably still be self-medicating until I get the go-ahead from my GP and my therapist. So that's another one. They are difficult to get. Even the sources I've been using to get them do run out sometimes. They do have trouble mailing to them. I've once or twice had pills go missing in the mail. And particularly when you're getting low on pills and you run out, you have to go a week without your blockers or a week without your estrogen, it can screw you over big time. It's no joke. If you think what you feel on the pills is bad, when you come off them and your body starts to shut back down to boy mode or your birth genders mode or whatever, it's 1,000 times worse, But for me, the main thing is becoming the safety. Now, in terms of the dosages, what I'm on, I may as well say I'm on 100 of the mg of the blocker, 4 mg of estrogen, and this is within the safest known range, and I'm still having some pretty negative side effects. I mean, I'm having a lot of positive main effects, as you can see looking at me now compared to older videos. But after talking with a lot of friends who are on way higher dosages than what I am and not suffering the same effects and all sorts, you know, I kind of feel like I'm cheating myself by self-medicating. You know, I know that if I'd started properly a year ago, I would be up on a much higher dosage. My transition would be going a lot smoother. I'd certainly be better looking. But, you know, that's just the thing. I was very impatient. I didn't have health insurance. And, you know, I can sit here and I can definitely tell you why you shouldn't self-medicate ever, but I can understand why so many people do and feel like they have to or need to, you know, not having the means to get it through health insurance, not having your job find out through health insurance that you're transgender is quite a big one. And I've known plenty of people who have wanted to start self-medicating because their health insurance is through their family and they weren't out with their family yet. You know, so I can understand why a lot of people do it. For those people who want to self-medicate and stay in cocoon mode and stay in, you know, their old mode for as long as possible because they don't want their parents or their co-workers or job or anything else to find out about it, it's only a band-aid fix because within 3 or 4 months you will be showing a lot of the side effects and people will become curious. You know, self-medicating is not a good way to hide transition. But yeah, so if you are considering doing it, those are some of the risks. Yes, there are some good pros. You know, you can get the stuff easily. It's readily available. You can look at all the dosages online, and as long as you do it in a smart, controlled way where you track your intake and you track your increases and all sorts, it can be done semi-safely. But your transition will only go so far self-medicating before you start upping it too far and it gets dangerous for your body. And you won't know at first. The way these kind of pills work, you'll take 3 or 4 days of your new up dosage that you decided you need to go up by. And it's after those 3 or 4 days the side effects will then kick in big time, and then even if you immediately came off the pills for a few days to help reduce those side effects, you're going to be sick for a good few days. And I mean like housebound sick. It is very, very dangerous, of course. The blockers do screw around with your liver. That is not healthy. That is not good. There have been some very rare cases of liver failure through taking in too many of the blockers. My body has come a little close to that. I have become very ill, and that's what triggered me to decide to start seeing a doctor soon and getting my health insurance sorted out. But if you're going to do it, you're going to do it no matter what I say. And if you are going to self-medicate, do it safely. You know, listen to your body. You might read one thing and your body's telling you another thing, and take your body's advice over it. It knows what it's doing better than the internet does. But yeah, that's everything on there. If you have any questions, ask in the comments, PM me. My email's on some of my old videos, which you can use if you want to ask me any questions. I'd be more than happy to answer if you needed to. And until next time, thank you for watching, guys. And I will probably have a couple of updates coming up soon.